I've been working on a hemp guitar strap for a little bit. I figured I'd make a video to show a little trick that I use. It's not just guitar straps, it's anything that's long enough to make it difficult to handle while you're weaving. This guitar strap is 6 feet long. I started out with like 86 feet of cord, which might be overkill, but I hate running out of cord, especially since I usually use a one-strand method, which instead of using two cords and tying off one end, you use one cord and make kind of a W shape and then tie off the bottom of the W. Anyway, still end up with a lot of cord on longer pieces. So the first thing I do is I bundle the working cords into two bundles, one for each cord, obviously. And also I use two different colored rubber bands, that way I can keep track of which one is which, and you'll see why in a second. The main reason I started doing things this way is because I was only getting like 7.5 inches per hour when I'm fumbling with things, even with the cord banded up like this. And doing it this way, I average about 2 feet per hour of weaved cord, which is like something like 3 times better or faster, you know. And it just makes it a whole lot easier and less frustrating. So the first thing I do is I tie off the unfinished end, the end that I'm working towards. I tie, in this case it's tied to my desk. And then the other end, which is the end that I've already been working on, I just sit on. Obviously I have to get it started about a foot or so to make this possible. Otherwise you'd be weaving underneath your butt, and that doesn't seem very pleasant at all. So once you have the cord fixed, you know, so that you can hold it tight, just start by taking one end, and also I do this so that I'm always passing over the top. It just makes things a lot easier. So in this case, yellow bundle goes over, I hold it open to make a loop, take the red bundle, go around the front of the dangling cord, pull it up, and then tighten, just like that. It puts the red cord in the hand that it needs to be, and yellow cord in its prospective hand, so I just keep doing it, you know. And I never really let go of this bundle, and I never really grab this bundle, because this one is just always getting flung, not quite as enthusiastically, but always getting flung over, so I don't need to hold it, and this bundle is always getting passed through the tighten. You know, so you just keep going like that, and you can get a good little groove going, make some progress pretty quick. Yeah, and another thing about doing it this way is you can keep a view of the work that you've already finished, pretty good kind of eagle's eye view, so you can fix any issues like, you know, loose knots or twisted knots or anything like that. And in this case I'm using just a square knot flat weave, but this also works for a spiral weave. It's a little bit different. I'm not going to get into it because I have faith that anybody who's watching this can figure it out on their own. I've got faith in you. So you just keep going. Every once in a while I kind of push back, make sure I'm keeping it tight, not having kind of a zigzaggy bullets kind of thing, and just keep putting on, you know. So doing it this way, I've cut the completion of this project from, I think, almost 10 hours down to, what would that be, 3? Yeah, it's still quite a ways, but it makes it a whole lot easier, not pulling my hair out quite as frequently. Also, I usually keep the part I'm working on closer in towards me, but for demonstration purposes I'm doing it way out here, mostly just because I'd have to point the camera at my crotch, and I don't think there's anything anybody wants to look at for, you know, 2 or 3 minutes. And that's more or less it. Just time saver, you know. mind saver. You don't go insane trying to